comfortable night for Liverpool out there?
Yeah, I think we started off well. Fast goal from Lucho, but I think we could score more today. But yeah, at the end, good win.
Well, that was going to be my next question because you got a goal. Up until that 90th minute, you got yourself in good positions. Did you feel you should have had more before the 90th minute?
Yes. If it was up to me, I would score all the chances, but at the end it was only 2. But yeah, can improve.
Well, you got the brace in the 91st minute. You just pulled it back inside to the right. Was that just to steady yourself?
Yeah, that's the right. Yeah, that's what I'm familiar with. So it was nice that it went in.
Every single goal is enjoyable as each other here at Anfield when you score.
Yeah, it's amazing when you score. What the fans, how they chant the group, and yeah, it's amazing.
Well, I think in the other game, it has finished 0-0, which means Liverpool have topped the group now, so you don't have to worry about this competition till March. A smile comes over your face as I say that.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think we should be top of the group with the quality we have, and yeah, I don't know if the game's already finished, but if we are top of the group, that's well done, and we have to keep going because we have big goals for the season, and yeah, that's it.
Well, it's been 10 games at Anfield and 10 wins at the start of this season. Is something special happening here?
Yeah, that's a good record, no? We just have to keep going and win as much as possible. What I said before, we have a lot of quality in the group, and I think with this quality we can win a lot of games.
Well, Cody, well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We have a lot of options in that forward line, and all can score goals as well, like they're showing.
What is it about this place at the moment? That's 10 wins on the bounce, another game here on Sunday in the Premier League too.
Yeah, obviously, listen, we're trying to create that fortress again. Trying to win every game here. It's obviously it's a really difficult place for teams to come. We know that, and so we're trying to use the crowd as well. Obviously, the crowd is always here with a great atmosphere. So yeah, we're just trying to create that fortress here and try to get some more wins.
We've got some really big away wins under our belt and big away performances as well. How important is it sometimes against the teams that maybe we struggled against last season to get the points? Fulham might be one of those teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in this league now, I think every game is becoming important, so you can't slip up. So no, it's going to be a tough test anyway. With Fulham coming here, they'll be looking to cause an upset really, and we need to be ready for that and need to be recover well and then be ready to go again on Sunday.
Big period for you now. I think it's probably nearly a year since Alisson was unavailable. You get the opportunity now to play this sustained string of games, hopefully.
Yeah. It's just what I'm trying to always train for. Really, I know it's obviously, like you said, been a long time, but I'm always training for that to try be ready. And if something does happen, Tally, unfortunately, if something has, then I'm ready to go in and try out the team and try to get some more wins.
You get that good feeling at the moment as well. A good performance like the one that you had in the Europa League.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, look, it's a good performance tonight. Gives me confidence to build on, and then hopefully back that up with another good performance on Sunday.
Lots of games to come as well, isn't it? Every 3 days now.
Yeah, I think we all know this period is very busy for us and a lot of games coming quick and fast. So, like I said, we need to recover well and be ready to go and try to get a lot more wins. Thanks, man.
But that 4-0 win for Liverpool in Group E means they are top of the group. Toulouse and Union SG was a goalless draw, so the Reds head straight to the last 16. They skipped the knockout phase. They've done it with a game to spare, Michael. How important is all of that in the context of this season with Liverpool very much in the title race?
Yeah, I think it'll be really pleasing for Jurgen Klopp because it gives him another chance to play, let's say, the backup team. And it's not easy when you have a big squad as a manager, when you've got so many players to juggle, and you want to, of course, play your best team in the best game, the biggest games, i.e. Premier League, probably knockout stages of this competition. So you can almost keep people happy. You'll play a similar team in the next game. So I think it's good all round. I mean, he's got minutes into legs of some of the squad players. Mo Salah's crept a little bit closer to a landmark record, another one. So I think good night all round. Doesn't seem to be injuries, a clean sheet. So
be in the Champions League, Joe. But Michael's right, isn't he? It's really good for squad harmony and unity, the fact that so many players are getting minutes this season because of this competition.
Yeah, it's really good. And also they've got the League Cup quarter-final as well. So they're fighting on all fronts, effectively, because and they've got the squad strong enough to take it. Like you look at the players that come in today, in all positions, all international footballers, all world-class, all will be very, very disappointed when they're not picked for the Premier League team. But this having this competition just keeps them ticking over, keeps them ready. Come when it starts again in March, You know, they could be in a position where they're going for all 4 competitions. That's how strong this Liverpool squad is. I think the title will go down to the wire. And Jurgen Klopp certainly building probably his 3rd top side he's had in the years he's been at Anfield.
With all the changes they had to make in the summer, especially in midfield, do you think it's going better than expected?
I do, yeah. I think the important thing when you're making these changes is to win while you're doing it, and that's what they're doing. I don't think they would have foreseen the extent of what surgery was required in midfield. I think they had planned on 2 or 3 of them leaving. Naby Keita, James Milner, a couple of players like that, Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't think they had bargained on Henderson or Fabinho, more importantly Fabinho leaving. So that was that had to be a little bit knee-jerk reaction to, right, yes, we'd already brought in McAllister, yes, Szoboszlai and players like that, but then the likes of Endo probably wasn't, on their radar necessarily until that happened.
And not just the players that they didn't bank on, but then the ones they missed out on as well. Exactly. They then had to change plans.
Yeah. So that's all changed. The midfielders all changed. And then when you look a little bit further up the pitch, that's pretty much changed over recent years as well, that attack. There's only Mo Salah left standing from, what you consider their top 3 a few years ago. So the whole top of the pitch has changed. But the important thing, as I say, is to win while you're in transition. And that's what they're doing at the moment. I still believe because of that, the best of yet to come, they'll get better in forward positions.
The question was how they would rebuild that sort of front 3 without a Firmino, without a Sadio Mane in there. But just how successfully do you think they've done that when you look at the options he has in the forward areas now?
He's done it very well. And what he seems to do, Jurgen Klopp, he seems to buy players when they're on the way up. He's not looking at the players that are there and, they're going to be ready, what they're going to give. Darwin Núñez, he's coming from Portugal. That could have been seen as a bit of a gamble. He seems to buy the players with the right attitude. Salah's clearly the main man at the club. He's the icon. He's the front man in everything they do on the pitch and off the pitch as well. But the rest of the team just works so hard. And I think also you add to that, I think Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones, they're improving. I don't think people would have seen the influence that they would be having on this team. People in and around them would, but from the outside, you're losing big names, Fabinho, Jordan Henderson, Milner. Then the young lads in the squad are now stepping up as well. The players that have come in have hit the ground running. And the front 3 just looks as dangerous as ever. And like Michael said, when it's really only Mo Salah from the team that won all the trophies a few years ago.
Yeah, all the front 3 on the score sheet tonight as well, Michael. It didn't take long before they went in front. Let's have a look at that opening goal from Luis Diaz. How hard is this header, given how low he has to get?
Yeah, I think the last angle is the best one to see that one, Lindsay. I mean, from the point of view of this goal, he's obviously started off the move really, and then he's continued his pass. I think Mo Salah plays a huge role, even though he doesn't touch the ball, just going up and challenging, almost, attracts Andre, the defender. This is the angle, and we looked at that at half time. Look at Diaz as well. Now that's almost, it's behind him in a way. He really has to use his neck muscles to nod that in. So it's a very good goal. As I say, Mo Salah, just him challenges, takes the defender towards the ball, and all of a sudden leaves him free. So it was a nicely worked goal, and it's always nice to break the deadlock early as well. Gives you a lot of confidence. Then after that, it was just a question of how many.
Is he just one of those players that you love to watch, Joe, Luis Diaz? Because he's so talented, but he whacks his socks off every game you watch him in.
I mean, so many players like him. He's effectively a forward playing off of the left, isn't he? Comes inside, scores goals, got a great goal scoring record, composed in front of goal, but he works hard off the pitch. All the things that are imperative, that are non-negotiables for a Jurgen Klopp team, he ticks the box. With the trouble he's gone through, like that, he showed a mental strength as well. On top,
quite amazing that he's carried on playing through all of that and playing so well.
That's the key, Lindsay. Carried on playing when he would have been forgiven for his head being all over the place. So he's a fantastic player, wonderful signing for the club, and I think he'll go on to be an all-time player at Liverpool as well if he carries on the way he's going. I think he could be that good.
The second goal, Cody Gakpo's first of the night. He just had a really good all-round game tonight, did you think, Michael?
Yeah, he's a good player, isn't he? He's a solid player. I'd like to see him really stamp his authority on this squad and get a starting place on a regular basis. he's just sweeping up at the back post there. I mean, listen, it's a simple finish, but he doesn't do anything stupid. He doesn't try to smack it, or he doesn't, he just basically kills the pace of the ball just so he's only got one area to go. We see the space that on both sides. Mo Salah, he almost cuts across it. It's a strange little cut spin there. He spins it into his mouth. And you see he actually hits him on the shin, but he's not trying to do anything stupid. A lot of people there can just try to smack it in the back of the net, and then you going high and over the, an unbelievable miss into play if you do that. Just kill the pace of the ball and it'll just bounce into the net. So a nice finish for him. And you could tell throughout the game he was wanting to get on that score sheet and almost stake that claim for a starting berth in the Premier League.
Absolutely. What is the best way for them to utilise him, do you think?
So, yeah,
he's so versatile.
Good question. So versatile. I think so many modern footballers as well now are versatile. No one really. It was almost seen in our day. It was almost, if you was a player who could play in multiple positions, it was seen as a bit of a. It was detrimental to your development because you get shit. But I think nowadays tactics are so fluid. We've got fullbacks who are playing in central midfield, not a problem. Coming back. Wingers playing both sides. That wasn't a thing before. I think it's going to actually be good for him to getting into this Liverpool team because there's going to be options. He can be used in certain ways. But I do agree. I'd like with Mo in the sense that I'd like to see him take charge of games. He's a big boy, big powerful lad. We see a couple of clips in the second half where he drove past players. I'd like to see him be a bit more aggressive.
I would say that I agree. It's good being versatile. But if he was that good, if he was one of the first names on the team sheet, he would only have one position, really. You don't move Mo Salah from the right-hand side, really, do you? A lot of the time, he goes in there, Virgil van Dijk, he's there. So it's great, versatility is great, and he can play in the front line, anywhere across the front line, really, or anywhere in the midfield. But if he's going to be a top player for Liverpool, I almost think he's got to put in performances whereby Jurgen Klopp says, right, Cody Gakpo in the team, in that position, because he's so vital. At the moment, he fits in a little bit. It probably helps him get his games under his belt. But I think he'll probably want to be better than that and be a regular starter.
Does he have to decide that then? Do you think he has to sort of pick a position and stick to it and decide this is where I'm going to become the master of that position? Because surely the manager is never going to want to do that because he's going to want the option of playing him wherever he needs him.
Well, I think the manager will decide that in terms of where he plays, of course. The only thing he can decide